welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing Vlogmas day 6 and I'm going to show you guys how to make this DIY paper wreath. So as you can see, I've already started making my little cones, and yeah, it's going to be a very tedious one. I'm going to say that it's a really long process how to make this one, but it's definitely worth it once it's done. So yeah, come on. Come a little bit closer and I'm going to show you guys how this one is done. I'm just going to show you guys how to make these paper cones. So what you're going to do is you're going to have to get a book that you don't like, or you can actually go buy one from like those, you know, old stores or like those bookstores that sell old books. I do suggest that you get the really vintage ones, like the really old ones with like the more kind of like, you know, the brownish colored paper to make it really look more of like a vintage kind of wreath. But this is the only book that I had. I don't even know where I got this from. I think I don't know, it was just at my old house. I found it and I just took it with me. Yeah, I'm sorry for all those book lovers out there if I'm going to be wrecking this book and you guys are going to hate me for it, but this is going to be a really pretty DIY once it's done. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a book, and then you're just going to have to open up the book and kind of like, you know, pull out the pages from the spine, and yeah, carefully tear it out. It's okay if it's like that. You can cut it if you really want to make it a little bit perfect, but it's okay because you can't really see it. It's going to be inside the cone. So what I like to do is I like to hold it like that, and I kind of just, and this one, hold this like that, my finger here on the top corner and this one on the bottom corner, and I kind of like roll it in just like that. And then what I do is I kind of like push this and kind of like pull this or to adjust it, so you can kind of adjust how you want your cone to look like. So I just kind of play around with it. With this one, I'm pretty sure I put like 2 fingers like measurement in there, so that's how my cone is. And then what I do is I just get some tape. You can use tape, or you can use some, you can use tape, or you can use a stapler, and I'm just going to secure that so our cones will stay in place just like that. So we're going to repeat this process again. I'm going to show you guys just on the top corner and then the bottom corner here. We just kind of roll it together and we make ourselves a cone. Again, you just kind of adjust it, and then I just kind of try to make it more uniform so they all kind of look, they kind of all look the same. So depending on how big you want the wreath to be, it's meant to have like 120 pages. So yeah, you can imagine that it might look uniform for the first 10, but after that it's just going to be like all different sizes, especially if you have to do all 120 of them. So I have done that already, just to make it a little bit more quicker for this video. You can see all these cones that I have pre-made. I am going to now show you guys how to assemble this wreath. So what you're going to need for this DIY is a circle. I'm going to be using this plate as kind of like my guide for our backing of our paper wreath. And then you're going to need a glue gun, you're going to need a lot of glue, and you are going to need some scissors. Another thing that you're going to need is something that's going to go in the middle of the wreath, and I'm going to use these baubles that I have picked up from Big W. I have shown this in my haul, so that's going to be at the end. You're going to need some cardboard. You can use like a cereal box if you want to, or something like that. I'm just going to use this. I'm hoping that my plate will fit here. Is it a little bit off? Does it fit? I think it'll be fine. I'm just going to trace the plate around here, and then we're going to cut it. So there's our circle, and now I'm just going to cut that around. So This would be a lot easier to use or do if you had like a compass, but I'm kind of guessing that's kind of in the middle. I'm going to kind of eyeball it. You can measure it if you want to, but I'm just going to leave it like that. And now you don't need to cut that one. So now you just want to heat up your glue gun and we're going to start sticking on all these paper wreaths. So we're just going to do a lot of layering, so it kind of looks like that. Can you see that? Just going to stick it just like that. And now you just want to repeat the process until you finish the whole first layer of the wreath. You just want to keep sticking these on, making sure that they're kind of even as you go around. So it's starting to look like that, and you're just going to work your way around the whole wreath. This is what the bottom of our wreath looks like, and now we are just going to repeat the same process, but what we're going to do to make this wreath a little bit more fuller is we are going to try and cover in the gaps. So we are going to cover the gaps in here, and we are just going to align it so it's in that circle right there. Layer of our wreath done. We are almost finished. We just need to do another middle part. You can actually do 2 more layers if you want to. It depends on how full you really want our wreath to be. So I'm going to go in with another layer. And that is it for our 3rd layer. So it's up to you now if you guys want to stop or you want to do 1 more layer in. But I think I'm just going to play around with it and see what it looks like with another layer. But yeah, you can definitely just stop there. Alright, so I think I am done. So I can actually complete this if I really wanted to and just make it all paper wreath. But I'm going to pop a little bit of color in there with the Christmas balls. But yeah, this is what our paper wreath looks like. I'm just going to quickly show you guys. That's what it looks like from far, and I think I got it a bit perfect, kind of. Not perfect, but it looks good. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just to add a little bit of oomph in here, just make it kind of like pop out a little bit more so it's not sunk in too much. I'm just going to get a little bit of paper and roll it into the ball and kind of glue it in here just to add in a little bit of a layer to it. And we're going to start to decorate by layering these all around here. I'm going to time lapse this now. So this is the finished product. I am actually going to clean this up a little bit later on. I'm going to take some of the, the glue off there. But yeah, this is how it looks like. That's how big it is, and that is going to hang up on the wall in our living room. I'm still deciding whether I'm going to make it a little bit more vintage style by stamping up each of the corners. It's a little bit of an effort though. There's probably like over 100 papers in here actually. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it looks, and I hope you guys do try this out at home. Let me know if you guys have done this before, or if you guys want to try it out, or what you guys think of my paper wreath. Again, I do apologize for those book lovers out there if I had to wreck a book to make this, but I am actually going to keep this for a while. Like, I had one in Perth and I've had it for years, I'm gonna keep this on display in the living room because like this doesn't look too bad, like, you know what I mean, it's like a, doesn't really look like a Christmassy one, but yeah. So I hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe if you did, and yeah, keep an eye out for my other future DIYs as well. That is it for Vlogmas Day 6, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Bye. Jingle bell.